This game is all about making decisions on the fly, and when you make a decision, you need to act on decisions. This video here is going to teach you guys how to be better at decision making and the reason why it's so crucial to act instantly. If you guys enjoy the video or learn something new, make sure you subscribe today, share this video with a teammate that's struggling in Warzone, but let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. Tip number one of the video is going to be awareness. Awareness is what most of you guys are lacking, and no hate to it all, it's just the biggest fundamental problem with most players. Let's stop real quick. So when it comes to awareness, you need to be aware of everything around you, not just the fight you're in. This fight right here is not really a do or die moment. We have a long distance between us. Both enemies have a rooftop ledge they can hide behind. So this is not really a must-have fight. What I am concerned by is Dingo Balls is in a fight and we're not reacting until now because of the audio cue, right? The audio cue is literally what caused him to react, and that's it. He was not paying attention to his HUD at all. He wasn't paying attention to his teammates' call-outs, assuming they had them. But regardless, don't rely on the audio cues for everything. Right here, he's fighting. He's in a fight. We needed to react. But instead, we're going to sit here, and now we go because, again, the audio cue. And that's not that much time. But again, every split second, every millisecond is time we can collapse on our teammate. And to be fair, Cloud had a lot of separation from Dingo. Your boy Matrix should have been up his ass in no time. I do like that we're converging over there on our teammate though to get the tap off, and make sure you're tapping your teammates to get the self-res off. We witnessed too many times teammates sitting there watching their teammates res and not tapping them. It just wastes a self-res, and there's really no necessary reason for it unless you're in the middle of a fight and you just have to win your 1-ies. All right, so our teammates are pushing in right now, and he's got a sniper, so I don't mind him playing past it. But the problem is our line of sight is very small, very minimum. Not only that, again, we can be third party. We've made a lot of noise here, and our teammates have just left. So if I were Cloud, I'd be leaving with my teammates. I don't want to encourage you guys to hold hands, but you do want to play together to some extent if you're still trying to improve. It was good reaction time right there from Cloud. I was not expecting that. And look, our weapons right now are not the best. We have an LMG and we have a sniper rifle. This is going to be a real hard fight if we get in a close range situation. On top of that, look at the reload, right? The reload on that was just ass. Should he have gotten pushed and all he had was a sniper with ammunition in it, he wouldn't have stood a chance in hell. If you're going to run a sniper, you have to have at least a close range build for an AR or an SMG, no doubt about it. And I know they don't have their loadouts yet, but again, we need to be getting something going. You don't have to buy your loadout right now, but there's a lot of loot around here. We can get an SMG or an AR. Or on top of that, again, with the people that we've been fighting, we can get one of their weapons also. So here we are, worked our way back to the first building we initially started on. And he's just going to be living in a sniper rifle. You know, I respect the fact that he stayed in his scope while he's getting shot from the left-hand side. It wasn't smart, but I respect it. I don't know why he did that. Dude was smoked out. I mean, I don't know what he was expecting to be able to do. Unless he just really wanted to shoot that cluster mine, which I don't know why. So none of that really made sense. But again, that team right there, they had a little bit of separation. And that's great teamwork. So look at the map. We were fighting these guys over here, and then they had a teammate right there. And the moment they got in a fight, they were able to hit them from two different angles, and it's what caused your boy Cloud to die. As opposed to holding hands like this. Now, if you're running through teams, of course, you can stack, do whatever you want. But if you're playing rooftops and stuff, I really like what the enemies did to Cloud right there. Caused a little bit of a distraction, basically. You're kind of sort of baiting your own teammate without actually baiting your teammate. Just having a little bit of separation can really win you some gunfights. And here we are being pushed. There's an enemy coming up from under us. There he is. Good play on the drop shot on the staircase. That was great. Now let's look at this play here. The drop shot was awesome, but it really wasn't what changed the game for him. It was the fact that he basically was pre-aiming the door. And as we come out, all this little bit of time it takes for us to line it up with his head and get the shots off, we're already dead by the time we crack him. And that's why, well, in Warzone 1 and now Warzone 3, that's why slide camps is so crucial, to break that frame, to break that door, and hopefully break the enemy's camera and give yourself a little bit of a boost out there. Or right now, since we don't have that in Warzone 2, just jump out in the open. We should have just anticipated the enemy was going to hold it. Either he held the staircase or he went back here and held this angle anyway. But regardless, he probably was going to die in that fight no matter what, because again, there were enemies on the rooftop. I'm already poor TTV. Your mother? Wait, your mother. Look at this spelling. You are mother. You are mother. I mean, I guess technically some people can be moms. And then we got gigs. So again, really not really sure why we're looting. Looting phase at this point, I'm not going to think about, right? If we happen to be running past a box or something like that, maybe fine. But again, your teammates holding a staircase. We got enemies around us. We know that there's still 48 players around, and we've got a shit ton of money and a buy station. Now, if you do see these portable buys coming in, you happen to have precision, just launch it on it as it's falling in, and you can get some nice fucking kills right here. I like the double back right there. Oh, unfortunately, another enemy ends up coming in, and yo, once a rat, always a rat, bro. So we initially go to chase because we think it's a one-person fight, right? But then we see two, and we're like, I don't like this at all. So he doubles back, and it was a good play. Unfortunately, at the same time, another player comes out. And that was just COD timing. He was coming out as we were going in, and it really saved Giggs' life. And he's able to get some shots off on him. Now, the rat right here, for some whatever reason, just decides to just melee his ass off. I guess he's trying to steal the kill. And then he turns around. So this guy here, just don't be him. He's an idiot, right? Max the man 777. Come on, bro. My bad, Diabolic Llama. No. Max, I apologize. So really, the play just worked out. It was just COD timing at its finest, and we got lucky. The Riot Shield boy had no IQ at all. At all. And if you are the Riot Shield boy and you come in and there's an enemy down or getting shot at, don't worry about the guy that's down. Worry about the guy that's doing the shooting. Good movement from whoever the hell this was here. He seems a little cracked out. Moving on to You Are Mother. Rocking a 3-banger. We're on PR pace here, using this site still. And look, when it comes to SMGs, if you guys want sights, do whatever you want. But I promise you, man, sacrificing that sight on SMG for another attachment would be way better, in my opinion. These sights at one point were meta, but you just really don't see them as much anymore, especially in Vondel, because smokes in Vondel, they can be beneficial, but you don't see them as much as Al-Mazrah, because Al-Mazrah is way more in the open. But again, at the same time, just not really a huge fan of sights on SMGs. And at one point back in my body days, I needed a red dot on SMG in order to do anything because I just couldn't see. And I wanted to say that just to point out the fact that, like, after years of just trying to play without a sight on my SMG, I got so much better. And that extra attachment helps so much more. So I'm speaking from my experience. Again, what works for me might not work for you guys, but that's why I give you these tips, because I'm just telling you guys how I was able to elevate my gameplay based on the different situations. Also, if you guys need teammates to play with, we're reviving our Discord community. There's 14,000 people in there right now waiting for Warzone 2 or Warzone 3. So if you guys want to find some good players, I'm gonna have a looking for groups page for everybody to go into and find whatever player you need for whatever map, whether it's ranked, whether it's Rebirth coming out, whether it's Vondel, whatever the maps are. Go in there, find yourself some teammates. Link will be in the description below, man. It's a great place to make friends, dude. We've got a lot of iridescent squads that have just come together and helped each other from the bodiness to becoming really good players. And again, one of the ways I got better was playing with better players. And it's very hard when loaded with randoms to play with players better than you, because most randoms are just brain dead. But if you use the Discord, man, you just have a good vibe with you. Even good players will just, if you're fun to play with, they'll play with you, bro. And you can really learn a lot. What's amazing throughout this game is the fact that these guys have been getting clapped left and right, and still their gameplay hasn't changed at all. I don't care if you guys die a lot, but you really need to learn how to adapt your gameplay to the situation at hand. Nice night, brother. I think that was lucky, because now he's not really... Nighttime, fog. I'm really not a fan of this, dude. Clarity is just, it's the best thing to have when you're playing a game like this. Especially when players just running through here like sweats. I get it. Games are meant to be fun, but when you have sweats in your lobby, bro, you got to be able to see shit, you know? And every lobby is going to have a sweat in there too. No matter how body your lobbies are, you're going to have a sweat, dude. This dude's getting clapped. Also, look, those redeploy drones are nice, bro. It's a really good tool to get to a good position if you're screwed. I'll be honest, I didn't hear his footsteps either. Nor did I see him. I got nothing for you, bro. Moving on, I'm already poor TTV. I love his brand. Love his name. The panic throw. Okay, look at his sensitivity. He's got a cracked out sensitivity. Now, for a lot of people that use his senses, they're good. But what I see a lot of times from players, especially, you know, and I'm just saying this because he's got 2 kills, but what I see from a lot of players who run these 2020 senses or just something that's ridiculous is the fact that they can't handle it, right? They go to a streamer like, bro, what sense are you on? And they're like, oh, 2020. So they're like, oh, if I'm going to be good, I'm going to use 2020. There are a lot of really good players and pro players that play on 7 and 8. Do not just rock 20 cents or max sense just because someone else does that's good. I don't think, and I really wish we could spectate him again, but I don't think he can really handle that sense. Movement wise, he looked like he was okay. But when it comes to aiming, again, your aim sensitivity adjusts with your main sense because most players don't touch their ADS sensitivity, and you're going to end up just overshooting all your targets. Now, if you take the time to tune your ADS sensitivity, you can make it work. But again, most players don't, and it's honestly going to be a really time consuming to try to tune that ADS sensitivity. Okay, I'll be honest, not really sure why we came here, to be real. All we have are these 2 guns. I would have rather a rooftop that was in the next zone on the other side of this ravine. Because of the circle rotation right there, that was basically a given. But instead we come next to a buy station, which I'm surprised no one's sitting here camping, which is, I really thought I was gonna die off the rip. We can take the zip to get safe. No one's peeking right now, which would be a great time to go there. The longer we wait to get to that zip, the more time other enemies have to get to that zip also, which means by the time we decide to go there finally, we're probably gonna get clapped. The longer it takes for you to take action on an idea you have, the more chance you have to die because that window of opportunity is closing. Every second that goes by in this game, your decision making is getting worse and worse and worse. If you decide I want to get across the river and it takes you 5, 10, 30, 60 seconds, again, the longer that takes, the more chance you have of getting clapped. Because there are enemies in this game that are pre-rotating, that are going to the same zip, going to the buy station you're camping on, getting their teammates back so they can stack your ass if you're camping in the bathroom or something stupid like that. Okay? Okay. Gigs, you got 12, brother. You got it in you, man. I believe in you. Come on. Just notice the gameplay too. So he's got 12 kills, but again, we're very vulnerable. The awareness doesn't seem to really be here. We're not scanning. We're not even trying to get to our teammates. Our teammates aren't trying to get to us. And to be fair, they should be. And look, again, with the awareness, we're out in the open. We have no cover, no concealment. We're relying on this river more than anything. And we're going to have to move. So regardless of getting shot at by the rooftop and jumping in the water, those guys will probably still be aware we're here. And they still have a chance to kill us. Not to mention the guys coming in from behind us. Again, that window of opportunity is closing. And so are these enemies. And if we do end up shooting these enemies, then the other people in this building here will also have an opportunity to look at us and shoot us as we cross into the highway. So we got one knock. Now the enemies over there know where we're at. Let's see if these guys on the other side are paying attention to us. And again, at the end of the day, when it comes to like alerting enemies of your position, it really just depends on who's paying attention. To be fair, like these guys can sit here and gatekeep us all day, but if they're not looking, if they don't, you know, if they're just sitting in the bathroom themselves, then we're fine and we just get lucky. But again, I'm trying to teach you guys how to be better as a gamer instead of just relying on luck. How does somebody swim up behind us and we don't have any audio? I'm kind of mad for him. How do you know we were there? Because we were shooting. All right, moving on to Beaver Seeker and Annan. So let's look at this real quick. 3 teams left. Us, the guys on the roof, and the guys over here, right? We could stay here if we wanted to, but me, I want to get the best position. The enemies are getting shot at right above us to this side. So I'm assuming in my head the enemies are going to be over here. I would, again, go back to the zip line, take the zip, and get up top. Our teammate's going back for the buy. He's got that shit locked in. He can get that done if he wants to, but I'm going to get up the rooftop and try to third party these guys. Again, high ground is going to be crucial. Stop relying on the end game to favor you and just get lucky. We don't have a gas mask, so playing the gas is not going to work. I want to get the position. Now, should the enemies jump off the rooftop, put themselves vulnerable, maybe that's a different situation. But right now, again, getting that height is exactly what I want to do. Good UAV buy from our teammate. And they are sitting up there. Man goes down fucking instantly. Doesn't even have a chance to pick up a gun. All right, so again, the circle is going to be favoring the roof, and we see this time and time again, bro. These circles that kind of like end on buildings, they get ridiculous and they get old, and we very rarely see enemies actually push the other enemy to try to fight for the win. It just becomes like who plays the gas the best and the longest. It's a 2v3 right now. We are outnumbered, and again, now the opportunity to go up there in third party is gone. So now I wouldn't do it. I wanted to before while they were shooting at an enemy. Now that team's dead, they're going to be watching the angles. They're going to be watching the staircases. They're going to be watching the zip line. They're going to be prepared for some kind of push. And now I don't like this. So again, you have to know the time to push and take action, the time not to. Let us say all video. Your window of opportunity closes the longer it takes for you to act. If they would have acted right when I said when the enemies were shooting at the other enemies, that would have been a perfect time to collapse. Sure, one guy might have been watching, but we saw two more guys shooting at that team. So we could have easily just 2 or 3v1'd that one guy that was sitting kind of close to the zip. But regardless, man, again, took way too long. The enemies were prepared, and it was basically over before it started. Third partying teams is crucial, and it will win you so many gunfights, get you so many more kills, and get you guys so many more wins. Now in a 2v2 situation, I have no idea how the hell that happened. Going back to a 1v1 now. That's unfortunate. Yeah, damn. And just like that, and the guys on the rooftop again win the game. Make sure you guys are coming up with a game plan and acting on it instantly. Should something go astray while you're in the middle of your game plan, of course you have to throw audibles. Don't just push a roof and take the zip if someone starts shooting at you. But don't worry about that instant until it actually happens. So many people are afraid to take a move because like, I might get shot. Do it, and if you get shot, then you can adapt. Then you can come up with another game plan. If you don't get shot, then you have a chance to actually go off and get some kills and win the game. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.